Hello, class. Let's look at Wednesday's review and hope everybody's doing okay. All right, so for number one, I want to find what percent of the total calories is from fat. And so what I want to do on this is do 10 divided by 170 and then times 100. So 10 divided by 170 and then times 100. Okay, so today we'll start using the calculator. Where did mine go? All right, so I notice if I use the keyboard on my computer, I can type in the numbers. The only problem is sometimes the numbers are are stuck. I don't know if it's my if it's a translation or just maybe I'm just not hitting my numbers right. But so anyway, I've got 5.88 and it says round to the nearest tenth of a percent, so I've got 5.9%. Okay. The next question says the sales tax on a purchase of a futon was $29.22. And if the sales tax rate is 6%, we want to find the purchase price of the futon. So 29.22 represents the tax that was paid on it, and we want to find out how much we actually paid in total. So this is like a percent proportion. You can put this over x equals 6 over 100. And you end up finding your total by multiplying your purchase price, 29.22. You're going to multiply by 100 and divide by 6. So I get 487 as my purchase price for the futon. Okay, we want to find the simple interest rate on number 3, so that is I equals PRT. So we're just going to multiply these numbers together. Remember to use the interest rate in decimal form. So it's going to be 2,300 times 0.2 times, and then it says 18 months. And time is usually in years, so what I want to do is 1.5, because that's how many years are in 18 months. If you're not sure, just divide it by 12. Okay, and I got $690. And there's number 3. Number 4, we want to simplify. I have like terms, so I can just combine the coefficients. So 15 minus 22 is negative 6, and that's negative 6y's. Okay, in solving this, I want to combine this side first, so that's negative 14. I want to add 3 to that, so there's a different sign, so I end up with negative 11. Okay, now I want to simplify both sides. So 18 minus 17y is negative 9y. And that is equal to negative 48 minus 60 is going to be negative 108. So I need to divide that by 9. And I divide by negative, so it ends up being a positive number. And then 9 goes into 108. 10 times is 90, and then I have 18, so 12 should be my answer. And you can verify that with a calculator if you want. Okay, write the following sentence as a mathematical statement. 9 is greater than or equal to 3. So 9 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay. Use the distributive property to rewrite the expression. Okay, if you can simplify it, do so. Let me give you a hint. If you can simplify it inside the parentheses, then you can simplify it outside the parentheses, and vice versa. If I can't simplify this, I'm not going to be able to simplify it later if this is all I'm doing. Okay, so negative 3y, and then that's a negative 3 times a negative 7, so it's going to be a positive 3z, so plus, not equal, plus 3z. And that's it. Okay, solve the equation for x. So the first thing I want to do, let me go ahead and write how the steps that we're going to do this. So 5/9 x minus 1/3 is equal to 3. Okay, there's a couple of things that you can do first. If you really don't like the fractions, you can just multiply everything by 9, and that gets rid of the fractions. Let's go ahead and do that. So you have to multiply every term, meaning everything separated by a plus or a minus or equal sign. You can multiply, and then you get rid of the fraction. So what's 3 times 9? And then 1/3 times 9 is going to be 3. And then this number just ends up being 5. So now I've gotten rid of the fractions. It makes it a little bit easier to solve. So the next thing, we're going to add 3 to both sides. So it zeroes out on this side. 27 plus 3 is 30. And then 30 divided by 5 is 6. And there's my answer. Okay, last but not least, you have a 20-foot piece of string that's cut into 2 pieces so that the longer piece is 5 feet longer than twice the shorter piece. If the shorter piece is x feet long, find the lengths of both pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna just type in my work here, and then I'll fill in the answers. So you have 20 feet, and you have 2 pieces of string. The longer piece, which is not x, is 5 feet longer, so 5 plus 2 times the shorter piece. X is the shorter piece, and that's the longer piece. So I want to add the shorter piece to it, so that's just plus another x. So let's make sure this makes sense. I have 20 feet to start with. And I have 2 pieces, a shorter piece and a longer piece. The longer piece is 5 feet longer than twice the shorter piece. Yes. And then the shorter piece is x. So there we have it. So what I'm solving for is x, which is the shorter piece. So I need to make sure whatever I get here, I'm going to do 5 plus 2x, whatever I get for the first one. Okay, so 2x plus x is 3x. Subtract 5 from both sides. And then divide by 3, so x is 5. So the shorter piece is 5, and then 2 times 5 is 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay, let's make sure this makes sense. The longer piece is 5 feet longer than twice the shorter piece. Yes, that works. And then 5 plus 15 is 20. That works. All right. Have a good rest of your day and